Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosa. I am the founder of Miel Oro. Miel Oro is a Latina-owned fine jewelry company based out of downtown LA, and my focus is to really provide styles that are timeless, classic, and versatile, most importantly, and all at accessible prices. So like many of you guys, I'm sure, I saw the update regarding Megan Fox's engagement, and I've been looking at her ring for the last few hours and last night, and I thought it'd be cool to just do a quick video and basically review the ring and take a look at some of the specifics and share that all with you guys. And if you're anything like me, I basically grew up watching and really being a fangirl of Megan Fox as a millennial. And it's been kind of cool to watch her come back into the spotlight and really be a big topic for like entertainment news and stuff. So if you want to take a look in detail at this very, very beautiful, unique ring, then make sure to keep watching. So as a side note, I am also spending a couple months in Palm Springs, so that's why my background is very different and it's got those Palm Spring vibes. I am actually here to spend some time with my fiance and his family. We actually did this last year and it was really fun, so I'm really excited to be here. So you guys will probably see this background for the next few videos or so. But anyway, so hopping into this ring, so I guess starting from more of the design, this is a Trois et Moi style ring, and this has become incredibly popular and super trendy in the last couple years or so, particularly with celebrities. So the first one that I saw, I think, was Emerada, or one that at least stood out to me was the Emerada one. And we also saw this style of ring with Ariana Grande. So definitely becoming super, super popular and a very unique piece. And what it stands for in French actually means you and I. So definitely very symbolic, a great way to represent both partners and that unification through an engagement ring. So I've also been seeing this style like all over the place in terms of engagement ring stores and providers. So it's definitely becoming super popular and just very, very unique. Now, and I'm going to be looking away here because I wrote some notes and I don't want to forget them. So it sounds like Machine Gun Kelly was super involved in the design process, working alongside Stephen Webster, and created this very, very unique and really symbolic jewelry piece. And I think it's a very like goth vintage and unique style that I think perfectly represents both of them. So starting with the band, it was set on an 18 karat pave style band. All of the diamonds on the pave setting definitely look like they're colorless, beautiful. I'm assuming all natural diamonds used on this. And what I actually realized is that I believe it is actually two separate rings, and each one having their independent band holding the stones, one for the diamond, one for the emerald. And I believe they use something like magnetic or magnets within the actual band so that they can sit properly and remain in place, which I think is just incredibly genius and so smart. And it's supposed to kind of look like thorns, and the overall ring is supposed to look like a heart, which I actually think they really succeeded at doing, given that, and we'll dive into the stones in more detail, but just given some of the elongated pear shape that they created there. Now, I think so this was the quote that Machine Gun Kelly put up on his Instagram saying, "I know tradition is one ring, but I designed it with Stephen Webster to be two. The emerald, her birthstone, and the diamond, my birthstone, set on two magnetic bands of thorns that draw together as two halves of the same soul, forming an obscure heart." Which is so touching and so poetic in a lot of ways. So yeah, I guess hopping into the stone. So Megan Fox is the emerald, so her birthday is May, and his is the diamond in April. And now, I mean, both of these stones are beautiful. They're huge, at least a 5 carat diamond. And I've been seeing around the internet that it's like around 7 carats, but not completely sure. Now the diamond is, I think Stephen Webster mentioned that he used a a D color diamond, which what this means in terms of like the colors and looking at the spectrum there is that this is one of the most unique and most expensive and most like one of a kind type of diamonds. I assume that it is a natural because they're celebrities. And the emerald was actually quite untouched, and I believe it was sourced from Colombia as well. So beautiful, beautiful stones. It looks like they use 3 prongs to set the stones on each one, and more of like that V-set prong in order to secure the stones, which I think was definitely a great way to go about it. And it's a good thing that they both have birth stones that actually are beautiful and one of a kind and unique. So I think that definitely sits perfectly well. So that I think is really kind of sums up most of the key points around the settings and the actual stones used. According to Insider, I believe they're estimating that the ring is like worth up to $500,000. And that is, you know, it's really hard to say because there's so many factors that go into it, from the way that it's cut, the clarity, the color, the type of stones used, the work, and then so forth. So, but I'm sure it's pretty up there regardless. And, you know, it takes a lot of work to create this very one of a kind piece. So that basically sums up some of the key characteristics on this engagement ring. Overall, I absolutely love it. I think it fits their styles like impeccably well. I also love the amount of thought that went into creating and designing a piece for this engagement ring, and it's very like goth vintagey kind of vibe, and I think it suits them super great, which is ultimately what you want with an engagement ring. And really jewelry in general is really a great way to express your identity, express your style, and find something that suits you and that is unique to you. So overall, huge fan of this ring. So with that said, as I've mentioned before, this is something that YouTube is a new channel that I'm getting started here. I definitely am enjoying this medium a lot, so I would love to hear any feedback that you guys have. If you have any specific video requests or anything that you'd like to learn more about regarding jewelry, please feel free to reach out. My hope with this channel is to be able to cover things like jewelry, obviously jewelry styles and jewelry education. I also would love to cover things around being an entrepreneur and shed some light around that. So definitely make sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and get the alert notification set up as well so that you can stay up to date. I will certainly be dropping a new video on a weekly basis. So thank you so much and have a great rest of your week.